DJ Sly, DJ Sly Tay, 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 DJ Sly, DJ.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started, man. We got to give some love to our sponsors, Bel Air. I need everybody to head to their favorite liquor store, pick up your favorite bottle of Bel Air, and always make sure that you drink responsibly. Very important that you do that. Also, I need.
Hey, I just had Bel Air for like the first time, man. We drank, we made some mimosas with the purple and the pink bottle. That's the only one I didn't have. How was the other ones?
Oh man, they all good. I like them all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter what they put out. I love it all. You know what I'm saying? We also got these. I don't know if you've seen these yet. But we got the Bel Air lollipops too.
Oh, that's hard. That's tough. Where can we pick these up at? Where can we get those at? Like, you know, I stay in Colorado, so. Oh yeah, it's official.
You know, the lollipops is exclusive. This is just something that they sent me just, you know, for always promoting the brand. So the lollipops is exclusive, but the bottles, you should be able to get them at any of your liquor stores out there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out, man. I'm gonna have to come to you and get some of them suckers, man. Yeah, that's exclusive like a motherfucker. Everybody got champagne suckers. That's what's up.
They're exclusive, boy. We passed them out to the females. You know, they tend to like them suckers.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, I need also everybody to go follow at MyJetDoc. That's MyJetDoc. It's a virtual urgent care app connecting users with licensed medical professionals instantly. No waiting room, no insurance, and you can save up to 85% off of RX. They're on Instagram. Go check it out right now. Currently, we are chopping it up with my dog, go by the name of Poetic Genius. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I can't call it, man. God is good. Life is good, man. Anybody that's watching me, like he said, man, I go by the name Poetic Genius. Everybody calls me PG. Mississippi by way of Maryland to the box state. I live in Colorado right now.
Okay, you out there in Colorado, boy. We need to be coming to visit you in Colorado.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, man. I was trying not to get zooted before I did the interview, you know, be all stuck looking crazy and shit.
Man, it's all to the good, man. Whenever we talk to artists, man, we always like them to go back and we like to touch on their childhood. So how was life for a Poetic Genius growing up as a kid?
Man, like I said, I was raised in Aberdeen, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? So I stayed in like a close niche town, you know what I'm saying, in the South, country town. It was I don't know. I would say I had a typical childhood, but I wasn't a typical child. Like I always thought I was grown, you know, if that makes any sense. I always thought I was grown. Whatever that came with, you know, I always just wanted to be an adult. So growing up down south, I say we grew up faster, you know, as far as like just life, just living. You know, it wasn't as fast paced as it was. I finished high school in Maryland. So around like 15, things kind of transitioned for me in a different way, you know. But you know, a lot of cats get on here and be like, I had a crazy rough childhood and stuff like that. I didn't really have a crazy rough childhood. It wasn't the sweetest, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like going to school, being in public schools and whatnot, and the people around me, I definitely was raised in a much more different environment as far as like always being around, being the youngest around. Always was the smallest around, the shortest that was around. So I had to learn how to not necessarily defend for myself, but defend for myself in more areas than others. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was always real verbal, especially on the music side with the rap shit. Like once I made up in my mind I wanted to be a rapper, that was it. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a cat I'm like 9 years old, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like going to the park and rec to rap against cats that's in high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm an elementary student rapping against cats that's in junior high, high school, whoever. It didn't matter. I just wanted to be heard. You know what I'm saying? I was using that as an outlet. You know what I'm saying? I made up in my mind like around 7th, 8th grade. I'm not trying to do sports. I'm just do music. You know what I'm saying? I just kept that mentality, you know, so you can kind of get an idea, like being a young cat like that and having that mindset, like this is what I want to do. And can't nobody tell me no otherwise, you know, because, you know, people will try to deter you in different ways. And I just stayed on that straight, narrow path. Like this is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? This is all I got, you know, and I kind of, it hurt you along the way because I got to a certain age, I realized I didn't know nothing. You know, all I knew was how to rap. You know, I didn't know any hands-on mechanical things as far as cars or making food or, you know, I had to go back and teach myself and read and learn those things because I thought I was grown. You know, I thought I had all the answers, you know, and that's how my childhood was, man. For real, for real.
Okay. What was some of the music being played in the household as a kid?
Man, so old school off top, you know what I'm saying? And blues. A lot of people don't know about blues. Blues music, man. Sir Charles Jones, my mama loves Sir Charles Jones, man. She loves Sir Charles Jones. That is like, so blues, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, you know, going to church and whatnot. It was just 80s music, blues. And my family, they wasn't necessarily big on music. They would just like hip to what was going on. Like my pops, he kept us at like the skating rink and stuff like that, you know, getting to hear like old school artists, Stevie Wonder, of course Michael Jackson and stuff, you know. And when I got to a certain age where I got a chance to listen to my own music, one of the very first artists I picked up was 50 Cent. That was my very first artist. Like I was a G Unit fanatic. I was G Unit. I was a part of G Unit. You know what I'm saying? I caught a few fades with some cats telling like, nigga, I'm G Unit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So 50 was my first influence, and it crossed over to Kanye, college dropout, late registration. You know what I'm saying? Graduation. I was a crazy Kanye fan. I used to rock the prep shirts with the collar up and shit. You remember when he used to do that? Yeah. T.I., Jeezy, those type of down south regional cats. You know what I'm saying? That was coming up at the time. You know, I was dibbling dabbling with like Jody Breeze and, you know, those cats that was like nice, but they didn't necessarily ever reach those, you know, that high accolade they was trying to get, you know. Yeah, just artists like that, man. T.I., you know, just like the regulars, man. And once I moved to Maryland, it became like an East Coast lyrical thing. I got into Jay-Z. I got into I found out who Big L was. I found out who you know, just anybody of that stature, you know what I'm saying? More on the lyrical content side.
Yeah, because it's a little, music's different out there in Maryland, right?
Much different, man. Much different, man. You can't argue with somebody. Like I'm coming from the South, argue with cats about Lil Boosie and Lil Boosie being better than Jay-Z, you know, just conversations like that. And I moved out here to the Midwest. I've been in Colorado for like 9 years, and I was introduced to artists like Sugar Free, introduced to artists like Kendrick. I was big crazy Top Dog fan of the whole Top Dog entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Schoolboy Q, Isaiah Rashad, all, you know, those type of artists, you know, getting more better with familiar with the Nipsey Hussles, getting familiar with, you know, artists, you know, so I all around just growing up. I know I'm rambling off, but it's like it was like a musical journey, like, you know, going around and going to these different parts and seeing just how much I was missing out from knowing, because, you know, no disrespect to anybody on the timeline, but I don't know if you're a Tech Nine fan. I'm not a crazy Tech Nine fan. No disrespect to anybody that is, but out here in the Midwest, Tech Nine, you can't mention rap and not say Tech Nine. You know, like, you know what I'm saying, in the Kansas areas, and the, you know, and that was an eye opener for me. You know what I'm saying? Just like out here, I can't mention necessarily Boosie songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, or anybody from that down south region. You know, like Lil Webby and all of them. Hell yeah.
How'd you come up with your name, Poetic Genius?
Always trying to like write poetry and be all poetic and shit. And I was in the studio with this engineer named Golop one day, and he was like, you know, you talk and you know, you speak like, you know it all, you know, like a genius. You know, he played it with it. So I played with the name and turned it into an oxymoron. Genius, you know, means somebody, you know, who knows a lot and whatnot, but the name Poetic is misspelled. So it's like, you know, I played with it, ran with it for a while, but a lot of people just refer to me as PG, man. You know, everybody just call me PG for real, you know. It's easier to say when I perform, you know, coming to the stage, PG, you know.
I like that. How old would you say you was when you first decided to really take your artistry seriously?
Man, that's a good question, man. I'm gonna go with like 15, like 15, 16, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, because I have been writing raps and I feel like I'm still learning, you know, I'm still like not only learning the business but learning myself as an artist, you feel me? So
Yeah.
it's like you get to certain parts of your career where you see it has to be taken to another level. You know what I'm saying? You have to take it to another level. You know, even with promoting the show, I've had radio hosts reach out to me, cats talking about marketing, helping Indian artists, you know, but just the way they're speaking, you can tell this is another level, you know, from showing me charts of metabases to, you know, showing me budget sheets to price sheets, services, what this will do, what that'll do. It's a little different than me being in my basement, my room, whatever, you know, making songs, trying to get my homies to listen to my music, tell me if I'm dope or not. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, different levels, like Meek said, different levels to this shit. But
Now,
around 15, 16, it was like, I don't see myself doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I love music too much and I've tried to step away from it. I've tried
okay.
to step away from it. It pulls me back.
What would you say is your most useless talent?
My most useless talent.
Your most useless talent.
That's a good question, man. What's my most useless talent? Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. I probably would have to say my most useless talent. At this moment, we're gonna go with at this moment, right?
Okay.
At this moment, I've been trying to make, as my guy says, more palatable music. So I've been trying to cut down on a lot of verbiage with the lyricism. I feel like sometimes as artists we overthink it, and you know sometimes you could just say too much, and it doesn't necessarily need that, you know. So I
Yeah.
think today, at this very moment, I would say me having too much verbiage, too much lyrical content, you know, trying to relate more with the artist, dumb it down, as Jay-Z said, dumb it down more, you know, dumb it down more. Not necessarily selling out, but we gotta sell, you know, we gotta sell. The people gotta relate to you.
Okay. Who would you say influences you to do what you do? I know you kind of said 50 Cent. I'm not really sure if that's the answer or
Not
not.
today, not today. A lot of the hip hop pioneers like Jay-Z, Kanye, like I mentioned, Drake, um, Rick Ross, a lot of the entrepreneurial artists on more on that side. Uh, More so like from like a decade ago though. So I really can't tell you any crazy influences today aside from artists just being more creative. Like I'm a huge fan of a lot of the creativeness. I know a lot of people talk about hip hop ain't what it was, and but people fail to realize music evolves. You know, you got to evolve with it.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
would you describe the type of music that you make?
Man, I make passionate, conscious, relatable music. Man, I make situational music. I make music that makes you think. I make hype music, and I make music for the ladies. I make music for the ladies.
Okay. Who would Poetic Genius love to collaborate with and why?
Akeem Ali, I think that's his name. Jackson. He out of Jackson, Mississippi. He's one of the up and coming artists. Because he's from Jackson, Mississippi. Today, I would do a song with him. Like if I could today, I would do a song with him. I feel like Mississippi needs that shine. But my dream collab, oh man, it would have to be like, I don't know. I don't want to say somebody typical like Drake. Everybody want to do this. I would do a song with Drake. Everybody do a song with Drake. I like artists like Baby Rose, if you know who that is. She's with Dreamville. I would like to do a song with her. I wouldn't mind doing a song with like J. Cole. But artists more on that conscious niche, you know. Kendrick if possible, Schoolboy Q, you know, along those lines. If Mike was alive, I'd do a song with Michael Jackson, man. Who wouldn't
Michael
though, you know?
Jackson, MJ.
I don't know how it would go, but you know, I'm willing to see. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay, I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
If you had the opportunity to open up for any artist, who would the artist be?
Today, probably artists like Baby Keem. I was just introduced to the artist Nin Simone, I think that's how you pronounce it. I lit my blunt with a stove this morning. I don't know if you heard that song, but that's a dope ass artist. Yeah, I probably artists along that those lines. Jack Harlow, ESTG. I'm a huge ESTG fan.
Okay.
Artists like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What would you be doing today if you did not decide to want to do music?
That's a good question, man. I really don't know, man. I don't know what I would do if PG didn't rap. I don't know, man. I'll probably be in trouble, man. I'll be telling cats this all the time. If I hadn't, went forth the direction I was going, I'd probably be in trouble, man. I wouldn't, I wasn't too right in my mind, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, I try to lash out and whatnot as a teenager and shit get crazy. You know how I go.
What does generosity mean to you as an artist?
Hospitality. With this industry, you meet a lot of people, man. A lot of people with a lot of feelings, a lot of ideas, a lot of, them thinking how your life should go, how your career should go. Generosity to me looks like hospitality, and however hospitality would, me being from the South, I think I show love. I try to show love to everybody. You can't always do that. You're not always gonna meet people they smile in your face. That does not make them your friend. You know what I'm saying? And it just comes with the territory, from engineers to promoters to DJs. It comes with the territory, man. Publicists, people who, you got to be cool with in front of the camera, but not behind the camera. Y'all ain't cool at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's what generosity looks like to me, hospitality.
Is there something that today that let me get this right. Is there something today that you wish you would have known years ago?
Most definitely. One being, everybody can't go with you. The bottom doesn't look like the top. You know what I'm saying? As far as people around you, and budgeting. A lot of things that didn't really make sense on the financial side with budgeting with the career kind of more so makes sense now. But looking back at it, it was the same thing always being said. It kind of registers more now. And that's it. Just those two things.
Okay. Have PG ever said no to an opportunity?
Man, that's a good ass question, man. I'm usually the one that's like yes, and everybody's around me is like no. Like, no, that's not worth it. It's not worth it. So no, I'm learning to say no, but in the past, man, I've always been the one that I'm just so eager to just be heard, just so eager to be heard. So it's like I'm jumping on opportunities that don't even make sense, but it's a learning process.
Okay. How do you go about cultivating your audience?
And I'm still learning with that. We still growing with the audience. Man, I put myself out there. I put myself out there and trying different type of contents. So like I was saying, I put music out there for the clubs. I got music out there for the ladies. I got music out there for the backpack rappers. I got music out here for the hustlers, if you may, the go-getters, the gritters, And man, if it sticks, it sticks. We work with that same marketing strategy. That's what I've been trying to do over the years. That's what I've been trying to do over the years. I'm still trying to find that niche to bring more of a larger audience in. So it's still a growth in the process. Any artists out there, if you don't necessarily have like a marketing team or somebody around you trying to market you, stop what you're doing and think about that. You know what I'm saying? Think about where you're trying to market, what audience, what target audience, because these are questions that labels ask you. And they want you to come up with the answer. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the answer, you're going to be looking like me. Like, oh, damn, I got this song for the ladies I just dropped and I got this. But I'm still trying to see the growth, what is going to take off the most. And, you know, we're looking back at the numbers, we're getting back to it, you know, seeing what works more over the years. I can tell you, you know, I'm not where I was a few years ago, but I'm not where I want to be. So the audience is still growing, and yeah, we're still here, man. We're still pushing.
What are your pros and cons when it comes to social media?
Man, I'll tell you a con for sure off top is attention, man. Social media takes your attention away like a mug. You look at you on Instagram, you think it's 10 minutes, 2 hours and pass by. You ain't looked at nothing but ass and cologne ads. You know what I'm saying? That's a con, but I feel like social media, internet in general, allowed us all to be wherever we wanted to be, whoever we want to be at one time from where you are at your location. So that's probably like the most beautifulest thing that you could do. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's far beyond our ancestors' technology, our you know, our grandfathers' technology. They didn't get to necessarily experience that. So that I feel like that's a pro. If you are an artist, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're selling any type of brand, social media has allowed you to once again push off your products, reach out to those audiences like you talked about, which is another pro. And, you know, it could just be a beautiful thing, man, but being online can also, as a con, be an ugly thing. You know what I'm saying? It can turn into some other shit. You know what I'm saying? You find yourself in some situations where it's like people are more against you, and now you're trying to take up for yourself, explain who you are as a person. And at the end of the day, you just an average, you know, you're an average Joe with a 9 to 5 with kids and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, today people let internet go to their minds. I feel like that's another con. You know, people get online, they forget who they are. You know, so that's a con for me, you know.
Okay. Who are your top 3 producers that you are currently working with today?
Mike the Kid. Shout out to Mike the Kid. He out in Milwaukee. A cat I've been rocking with for a few years. Man, I don't want to forget nobody. It's 3 people. There's a cat out in Maryland I always mess with.
You can only give us 3.
Oh, 3, I know. I got you. I'm glad you told me. I'm glad you said it. Young Americano. His name is Young Americano. And let me see, Mike the Kid, Young Americano. I feel like it's one. There's a producer named. What is his name? There's a producer I just started messing with. He's pretty dope. I haven't really worked with him, but he has his credits is crazy. His accolades is through the roof. I'm gonna go with this producer named 11 Side. I've been working with him a lot. A lot of his instrumentation, a lot of his music. Okay. 11 Side, Mike the Kid, and Young Americano.
As an artist, how do you make sure that you have time to create music each and every day?
Man, I just make it. I make time. I make time. I don't always have time. I make time. I make time. Rather it's you know, just coming up with a few bars, listening to some beats, trying to come up with a hook. You know, just implementing that creativeness at any time throughout the day. Like it has to be some time where you know I just pretty much step away from the world, and you know it doesn't have to be a lot. I'm not sitting there saying writing 16s a day. Ain't no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure I keep those creative juices going, you know.
Can you tell us about a time when your voice wasn't being heard, and how did that make you feel?
Man, I'm in Baltimore. I'm with my guy. We had one of those underground indie shows, independent shows, and at the time the music I was making wasn't as, you know, it didn't have high replay value, so it wasn't as dope. And the crowd was not messing with me at all, to the point where my homie, he comes and he dances with me on stage, right? Like he just do some crazy, like, you know, just dance, move, do it, like, you know, being my hype man type shit, you know, to hype me up because the crowd ain't fucking with me. The show ain't going the way it's supposed to go. Not only that, we go outside and my car got towed.
Oh shit!
My car got towed. That was one of the craziest shows I ever had in my life, and that was an eye opener for me, man. The car got towed. I had to try to find out what a junkyard was, you know, and it was a discouraging moment, but it was like a make or break moment for me, you know. So you know, I appreciate moments like that. You know, you get to see, you know, who's really there for you. You know, those moments test you throughout life in general.
Yeah. What are your long-term goals as being an artist?
Becoming a mainstream artist, getting accepted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like Jay-Z did.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
guy just told me something about Kendrick received a certain award that was bigger than a Grammy. So I definitely would. That's definitely an accolade I want to reach. You know, whatever's bigger than a Grammy, I want it. You know. Eventually, man, I'm sure I'll settle down and have a kid or two. But that's more on like the personal side, the life side.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, just achieving this goal. You know, if I can accomplish this and become that mainstream artist that I'm trying to be, I feel like that's my main goal overall. I feel like that was my purpose in life.
Okay, I like that. I like that. How do you determine what to change in your music when you're recording?
Man, ask yourself, do people like it? Do people like it? What you're talking about, do people like it? You know, and are you getting a crazy response from a lot of people liking it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I like that. I like that. Let's see here. What first got you into music?
Man, always just portraying myself as like an entertainer. And my mama, like I told you, she was a crazy Sir Charles Jones fan. She actually met him, and he took on tour a few times, you know, showing her shows and shit like that. But I took that opportunity. I took that window of opportunity to jokingly tell her I wanted to rap, and based off that, turned into who I am today.
Okay. When it comes to making music, what is your creative process?
I like to burn Palo Santo as much as possible, if that's possible. That's one thing, like an incense. Anybody don't know what that is? Like an incense. I burn Palo Santo, and I usually like to be by myself. Like if there's any way I could be secluded by myself, you know, rather it's like I'm in a whole household by myself, or I have to go outside, or usually by myself, just by myself. I think better out loud by myself. And that's pretty much it, man. Throughout that though, sometimes I'll drink here and there. Sometimes I'll smoke here and there. You know, you get different vibes from, you know, different creativeness from different vibes. So I'll use all those experiences and create to see what type of content I come up with when I'm sober. What type of content I come up with when I'm fucked up. What type of content I come up with when I'm mad. What type of content I come up with when I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? What type of content do I come up with when I got everything I want? When a lot of answers have been answered for me, you know?
What do you have out right now that the consumers should be aware of?
I just dropped a single called VIP a few days ago. I'm promoting a project I'm about to drop called Underdog Season. But check me out on Apple Music, Spotify, any of those digital streaming platforms. I got a project called Character I dropped last year. And back in 2018, I dropped a project called Words Can't Explain. Both solo projects. Go check them out, man. Pandora, Poetic Genes, PG. It's the guy that looks like me. You know what I'm saying? I try to put my avatar up everywhere. So, yeah.
Okay. You got some stuff out there for us. We definitely got to go get more familiar with that, man.
Most
We got
definitely.
3 more questions before we let you skate up out of here, man. I don't know if
Take
you
your
can
time.
answer the first one because some people say, you know, they really can't answer the first one, but we gonna see. We gonna test the waters and see.
Let's see.
If PG had the opportunity to date anybody for a publicity stunt, who would the individual be and why?
I'm gonna use this as my moment to give my shout out. Beyonce knows. If you see this, Beyonce knows. Look, if you see this, we can make it work. We can make it work. I don't know how, but Beyonce, that's like anybody that know me, there won't be no Beyonce slander over here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be disrespecting B. You feel me? I got a crazy celebrity crush on Beyonce knows. I think she is, I don't know, she's just an amazing woman, man. We can work it out. We publicity stunt. You want me to come? I don't trim the yard with the scissors. I'm there. I'm outside, bro. I'm out there. I'm out there. Whatever you trying. I'm here, B.
Hey man, somebody send this over to Beehive.
No, right? Shit, holla at me, B.
Go ahead and send this over to Beehive.
No cap, no cap over.
What is Poetic Genius' favorite dish? What do you enjoy eating the most of?
Man, that's a good ass question. So we're gonna say soul food, man. I love all kind of food, from Mediterranean to seafood to Italian, but nothing like soul food, man. Like, man, fried chicken with some greens, some collard greens, mashed potatoes and gravy, potato salad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already told my big mama that when I come to Mississippi, like, even if you don't feel like it, you gotta cook. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cook. She's like, oh, my arthritis and all this. I ain't trying none of that. You know what I'm saying? If we need to put a chair in the kitchen for you to sit by the stove, that's what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
I was just thinking about that when you said that. I'm like, now he's in Colorado. Do they really have like any soul food out in Colorado?
They got some places, man. One place in particular, shout out to Nola's. It's on like 39th and Bruce Randolph. It's a New Orleans style restaurant. A guy named Henry, a owner, a good friend of mine, he owns that. If you ever out here, man, Nola's, fire soul food, fire crawfish etouffee, fried okra, fried pickles, jambalaya, gumbo, whatever you looking for, man, they got it all. Pickle shots, whatever you into, man. Check out Nola's out there.
All right, Nola's. What is your favorite shoe of choice?
Man, retros. I love anything like retro, man. Like the Sean Kemp's, the Crazy Eights, the Kobe's, things along those lines. I just like the retro shoes, man. For real, like the throwbacks type shit. The Irvin Ewing, how you say it? The Ewins, the 30, the 32, 33, the retros.
Retros?
Yeah, exactly. Anything retro, man.
Anything
Nikes?
Retro. Are those Nikes the 32?
I want to say it might be Reebok. I had one pair of them, man. It's is it Irvin Johnson? Somebody let me know in the comments. What is it? What's the shoe? It's like 33 with the ball on the side.
Oh no, the Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing. I'm tripping. Patrick Ewing. Yes. Yeah. Like shoes like that though. I love retro shoes like that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As soon as you said that ball on the side, I was like, hold on,
yeah. The Patrick Ewings. Yes. The Patrick Ewings. They fire, man. They fire.
And he got a lot of dope colorways out too, man. I'm just surprised that a lot of people not really on them like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the Ewings is definitely hard. I rocks with that, man.
That's what it is, man.
Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years?
On, like they say, I want to be on. I want to be on. A mainstream artist circulating throughout stations. You know what I'm saying? Music, undeniable music that speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Music that speaks for me before I can speak for myself. You know, that's my main goal of achievement. You know, other than that, man, I'm living my life, man. I'm living my life. God is good, man.
Do you have any labels interested right now that we may know
of? Nothing that I can legally speak on.
Okay.
Nothing I can legally speak on, but I will tell you it's a few contracts that's on the table, and it's looking like, you know, you gotta make. It's like, yo, it comes. Any artist out here watching this, yo, a lot of this decision making is gonna come down to you. And when I say that, I mean like you gotta come up with the plan. And if you don't have a plan, I just heard this meme that said you are only as strong as your plan. So if you don't have a plan,
wow, that's deep.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be mad. Don't be mad, but I'm gonna repost that later on.
If you don't have a plan, exactly, like you are only as strong as your plan. I want to say it might have been Floyd. It might have been Floyd Mayweather said that because it was something along the lines of the reason his success happened was because he stayed focused. He stayed focused, and that's real. And when I mean plan, I mean plan. Like, you know what this artist looks like. You know what is who this artist is pitching his music to an audience. You know what this music sounds like, how it needs to be categorized. Outside of I'm nice, outside of I'm a dope rapper. I say some dope cold ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm Rondo. I got the 9. I keep the green. I'm running Boston. I'm with the team. You know, just nigga. Nobody cares. You could be the nicest nigga in your basement. I tell niggas all the time. You could be the nicest nigga in your basement. We talking about going to the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Man, before we ride, can we get you to give us a quick 8 bars real quick?
Man, let me see. Let's get it. I say punchlines of similes, delivery, and metaphors. My weight and match the size of a dinosaur, lying in the jungle. You don't want to hear my kind of roar. Go at it like I'm losing. Goal line, Q4. Start you with a 16, telling you that this is me. No ghostwriter, just me. It's just P. Excuse my language. I'm only getting angry, feeling like what I deserve. They ain't gave me. They aiming, working on my casa. I'm trying to make my house bill. So whoever pitching, just get ready in the outfield. Hear them all talking, got my name in their mouth still. On the real, I'm one of the realest spitters out here. Throwing in the towel, I keep pushing like label. That show you right there what them whack rappers is made of. I'm different. My difference is so very major. My mama realized she stood over my cradle, not a. Let me stop. You got it.
Oh boy,
we got. Hey, you gotta. Yeah, I'm definitely have to tune in and fuck with you, man. We gonna have to, get active. Holly, I do this. I really do this. You feel me?
Man, we appreciate that quick 8 bars, man. Thank you so much. That was fire, boy. You was spitting, man. I love the flow.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it so much. Nigga, people that's watching don't know this. We planned this out months ago, you feel me? And you kept your word. You fell through it, man. Nothing but props and respect to you for what you're doing for all independent artists out here, man. I'll definitely be pitching around, you know what I'm saying, for artists to holler at you and reach out to you, man, more. All the connections and network, man, I appreciate it all, man. I need all the support.
Man, we appreciate that, man. And no doubt, man, everybody that may have missed this tonight, y'all will definitely get the opportunity to check it out, because all of the interviews that we do, we put on our YouTube channel, which is DJ Sly Tay Podcast Show on YouTube. Go over there, subscribe to the page so you'll know when we upload new content. And once we get this edited down, we'll post it, and we're going to get you the link. But before I let you go, man, I need you to throw out all your social sites to everybody so they can go and follow you and support your movement.
Hey, for sure. Like he said, man, I go by the name of Poetic Genius. Everybody just call me PG. Follow me on Instagram. It's Poetic G, Poetic Poetik G. That's my IG. Follow me on Twitter, Poetic Genius. On Facebook, PG. As well as on all digital streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. PG is the guy with the avatar that looks just like me, man. I promise you.
Also, man, how can people, if people looking at this and they want to collab with you, man, how can they go about reaching out to you to collab?
Reach me out on Instagram, man. You can hit me in the DMs, as well as my email is posted there. Contact me, man. We can work something out. Also, before I go, man, anybody that's watching this, I also battle rap, man. I didn't mention that throughout this. What's the name? I battle rap. I'm talking about like the URL, Smack, KOTD, all that stupid shit. I got a bunch of battles out. I just battled a cat named Drake Dennis out of New Jersey. That's to drop any second now. I got it. Check my catalog out. It's Poetic Genius, PG, Poetic with a K, Genius. Man, just check my catalog out. If you're ever on YouTube, it's the guy that looks like me.
Is that where we can check out your battle raps?
Yeah, all battles on YouTube. All battles on YouTube, man. And I just had like 3 or 4 battles drop from Cali to out here to was it Cali? It was Cali, yeah. Cali, I had 2 battles out here, one out in Cali. They all just dropped. PG versus Shy Dog, PG versus Reckless, PG versus Detour. They all drop. Check me out, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. I'm not gonna tell y'all what my record is. Y'all go check it out, man. I'm like the Floyd Mayweather this shit. I do this,
I like that, man.
Yeah, the old Oscar De La Hoya.
PG, man, we wish you mad success in all of your endeavors, man.
Same, man. Same, for sure.
Let's keep this relationship going, man.
You will.
I'm gonna DM you my email so you can drop some stuff into my email. And I'm going to make sure that I go to iTunes and get all of your stuff that's on iTunes and add it to my playlist right now. And man, like I said, man, keep doing what you do, brother. We wish you man success, and I want to thank you again for taking time out to get on with us. We truly and dearly appreciate it.
Same to you, my brother. Appreciate it, man. Nothing but growth and prosperity to you, man. Keep pushing, bro.
Man, thank you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your evening, man.
And you too, man.
DJ Sly, DJ Sly Tay, DJ Sly, DJ Sly Tay, DJ.